What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. How y'all doing out there? It's hump day, so you know I'm on the long road to my office. And I hate people that ride on the shoulder just to get ahead of you. Like, what dickheads, man. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Lauren Southern and her Patreon channel being taken down. Man, she was getting like 5 stacks, man. 5 racks. Over 5 racks. Taking it down. You know, I seen her she made a video, and the Patreon owner made a video. The Patreon owner went into a thing, and I can't remember he had an acronym for why they took it down or something like that. But basically it was about excuse me, about, you know, when Lauren had made that video about the migrant boats, and she was on the intercepting migrant the boat that intercepts the migrant boats, you know what I mean? They were cutting off migrants in the seas in the dark, you know what I mean? Pirate Lauren Southern. You know, I kind of looked at her funny for that. You know what I mean? I don't know where Lauren is from. I guess, is she American? I don't know if she's our greatest ally either, but what I don't understand, and what I was looking at that, like, that was kind of crazy. You shouldn't do that. She shouldn't have done that. It's one thing to be a report on a story. It's one thing. It's another thing to be part of the story, and that's what I can tell from what the Patreon guy was saying. Man, she was actually out there doing it. Now, he was saying it could actually cost people their lives, the migrants' lives, in the seas by intercepting the boats and stuff like that. You know, Negroes can't swim. you know, the boats is filled to the brim. You know what I mean? So it's a different story. You know what I mean? So, but she was like on the boat intercepting it. You know what I mean? And I think if she wanted to cover the boat angle, the piracy angle, the human trafficking angle, she could have did that a whole different way. Not actually getting on an intercepting boat, telling them where they are, telling them, well, cut this boat off right here. She was actually telling the boats where to, cut them off. But I think about this thing, I was American. I'm like, why is, like, I know y'all's from Europe, and I mean, you're sad about what's going on in Europe and all the migrants. Like, there's immigration going on right here in America. You know what I mean? There's illegal immigration going on right here, you know, in America. I don't know. I guess that's y'all's thing, but whatever. I would rather worry about where my current homeland is than my ancestors, but, you know, I'll let y'all know with that. But and I would have did this. Not she's listening, but I'm still suspect about some of these, I don't know, these e-celebs, you know what I mean, that get thrust into the spotlight, and these are quote unquote leaders of the movements and whatnot. Because if you're African American, you know, in the 60s and 70s, they had all these quote unquote leaders. Some of them were feds, you know what I mean? So this putting that concept onto today, you have to think some of these guys that are talking in faces of these alt-right, these far-right, these right movements is feds themselves. I wouldn't put it past them. In fact, I know they would do it because I would do it. If you want to lead, if you want to control a quote-unquote rebellion, you lead it. You know what I'm saying? But about what I think she should have covered, like, there's certain ways you can cover that besides getting on a goddamn boat and intercepting migrants in the dark of the night. One of my first things would be is the government officials that are allowing this to happen. My second would be go to where they're leaving from, and whose ships, who's human trafficking these boats, who is the piloting these boats, because you know they're getting paid money for it. They're getting a nice, pretty shekel for it. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I bet you the politicians in the destination countries are paying the boat guys to ship them over. It might even be Merkel fucking paying the boat guys. You know, see what I'm saying? There's bigger stories to take than just getting on a boat and like, hey man, let's intercept the migrant boats. No, once they're on the boat, it's far too late, man. This is a big operation. It's bigger than just the people that are on these boats, man. You got to understand, if there's money to be made, there's a hand rubbing bull behind it. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I'm like, why is she covering that? You know what I mean? It's a shame, man. You know what I mean? You can't be part of the story. You know what I mean? You can cover the story, but once you start being part of the story, then, you know, I don't know. So was the Patreon guy right for taking her channel down? I don't know, man, because at the end of the day, she's funding people that's trying to stop those boats. What you should be, I mean, if you want to stop the boats, you don't stop them at fucking sea, motherfucker. Like, then you putting a whole bunch of people's lives at risk. I know you might might not care about those lives because they're low IQ savages and all this other shit. Yeah, I mean, whatever. But if you wanted to stop it and using your high IQ, you stop the people that are fucking sailing the boats. You stop the money going from the people that are sailing the boats, because they're not going to sail them niggas over for no money. Hello? Once they're in the middle of the seas, it's too fucking late. Just like you know, at Walmart, where was it, at Texas? I hope there was I don't know how many, there was like a whole bunch of immigrants in a tractor trailer, and they're dead. Half of them dead. Now they locked the guy up who was driving them. I guess he ain't getting no food or water, no air. This shit, they baked to death. I don't know if you're already in the States, why don't you let them out? It's fucking crazy. But anyway, you stop the people from driving the trucks. They're getting money for that. Like, I was dating this girl, and her girlfriend, right? Her girlfriend had he was Mexican. And he was sniffing coke, all hell crazy, beating her up, got locked up. They deported his ass. He wanted to come back. His girlfriend, after he beat her ass, got locked up, got sent back. You know, she had a whole bunch of kids. She used her tax money to get this guy sent to the smugglers so they can bring him back over. This story is the smugglers, not the people who are coming over, man. You stop the smugglers, they can't get over. I don't know. I'm just a low IQ savage race in Pennsylvania, so I don't get that one. But to see, they won't cover you. Some of y'all won't cover that bullshit because that's where the power players come. You can't fuck with nobody's money. You know what I'm saying? When you start fucking with the money, then y'all into some really shit. So that's why. Anyway, that was just my suggestion. I just wanted to cover that the Lauren Southern situation. She lost out in some shekels. I'm sure she'll get it back. She has a big fan base. We'll see. I don't think she'll get on no boats anymore. All right, this is Uncle Hotep. I'm out. Peace.